What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Bonfire Debates. It's been like 20 million years since we've seen each other, thanks to COVID and Sian and I having to move and a whole bunch of stuff. But we are finally back. And to start off with, have you guys watched season 3 of The Boyz?
No, not season 3. I watched 1 and 2.
Alright, so I won't spoil the ongoing story arc of those series, but there's a scene where there's a dude that basically has the powers of Ant-Man, right? And he shrinks himself, and he's this is important to the plot. This man is a gay man, and he shrinks himself down. He shrinks himself down to a size, and then he goes up his loving boyfriend's urethra and starts stroking the walls, and then he fucking sneezes and expands. And what used to be boyfriend is just splattered everywhere in the bedroom. We're like, what the fuck?
I fucking love The Boyz. It's brutal.
I
was like, what did I just watch?
And this is like.
You know what? I just want to Amazon actually gives us the superhero movie series that we deserve, the ones we really crave, because that is the honest movies.
It was an experience. That's for damn. I sat here on the couch with my jaw on the floor for legit 2 minutes. I could not believe what I just saw. Yeah.
There's a show Dale and I watched the other night where episode 1, and it's 45 minutes long, and it took us about 2 hours to try and get through because I kept pausing it and in complete and utter shock of what I was watching. It was it wasn't bad if you think about it. It was adorable. It was adorable.
What show is it?
Love on the Spectrum.
Oh,
Love on the Spectrum.
Okay.
Yeah, it truly is it's a love show. Okay, it's adorable. But when you there's such thing as a plan working too well. Okay, oh no, we'll find love, and then they meet, and 15 minutes in, they're declaring each other's love, and I keep imagining the producers in the background going shit, what have we done?
We have made Disney into reality.
I recommend it. Okay, the Love in the Spectrum, the American one, not the Australian one. Episode 1 specifically.
All right, cool.
Watch the whole thing. Time how long it takes you to get through
it. You're really worried.
Are there? Because this might be a bit of an aside, but are there YouTube clips of it?
There are, yes. Just type in "Love on the Spectrum."
Oh well, we can maybe plan a reacts to it.
We'll watch.
I've watched all of it, bro. I was hooked. I think we went through the whole season one day. There weren't that many episodes, but it was it was so bad I had to finish it just to get it out the way so I could live my life.
It's like those horror movies that you can't stop watching because it's so bad.
Yeah, The Green Inferno is that one movie for me.
I love that movie.
There's something wrong with you then.
We know this. Why are we acting like we don't know this about Sian?
Yeah, you got a point there. Yeah. Common knowledge at this point.
So who here has subscribed to the D+? Disney Plus, yeah.
Disney Plus. Yeah.
Alright, so
everyone has it.
Yeah,
even my kids have it.
Yeah, because
Okay. Go around. What was the first thing you watched on Disney Plus as soon as you got it?
Oh,
what was the one? Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Okay, Bart.
What do you think? First was the first 3 episodes of Obi-Wan.
Oh,
then,
yeah, okay.
Then The Mandalorian I rewatched again. This time, legitimately.
We watched Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, that's sweet. No, we watched Hawkeye, and then Sian was watching Cougar Town. And then after Hawkeye, we watched the first 3 episodes of Kenobi. And then yesterday we watched all of Moon Knight. And
I need to watch that.
Moon Knight, it starts off a little bit slowly, but once it gets going, it's real good. But like all the Disney Plus shows are good.
Yeah, this is what makes me feel like a borderline brony, because I honestly want to recommend Tinkerbell and the Never Beast.
No,
Sian will be out here.
Sian stands against that movie. It makes her bawl her eyes out every time. She can't even hear the name.
I know, it's amazing!
The saddest movie.
No, you know, the best part is, if you have a friend that you feel is a bit suspect, they may or may not be a sociopath. Okay? Just play that movie. If there is not a drop, okay, of tear nor blood, there will be no answer.
I guess. But,
Either they die or someone dies.
it's so sad.
It's a trigger movie.
Like, I have not seen it. Like, Sian's seen it like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
But every time she watches it while I'm at work, I come home and she's emotionally distraught. Like, I can't watch this movie because I can't watch it without her. Definitely can't watch it with her, so I'll just not watch it.
They're oddly better than you think.
No, I know. We've seen all of the
I've watched all the Tinkerbells.
Yeah. Sian has a whole collection on DVD. Blu-ray? Some on Blu-ray, some on DVD.
Yeah.
Because of how they came out. So,
Sian is a big Tinkerbell fan.
I mean, I have a tattooed on my side.
yeah.
I know.
But like I was talking to my mom about it. Hi, Mom. And the 120 rand is so worth it. Like, even if you take the Marvel and the Star Wars and the Disney Plus, the Disney Pixar stuff out of it, and you just look at the stuff that's on Star, it's still worth the 120 rand you pay for. Like, there's some really good movies and TV series on there that aren't anywhere else. It's very, very worth it.
Full series.
Yeah, not this like, well, we have season 3 of this show and season 5, 6, and 7 of this show. And you're like, okay, Netflix, what am I supposed to do with this?
Yeah.
Like if you try and watch South Park anywhere, it's like they have season 8, 9, and 10. And we're like on season 25, and you're like, okay, this doesn't help.
No.
I see South Park got taken off of everything. Like, it was on Netflix, Prime Video, and Showmax, and it was being removed end of last month on all 3 of them. But I don't know if they signed like an exclusivity deal somewhere and it's going somewhere.
Or most probably they offended someone.
No,
who does South Park? Isn't that Fox? Because Disney owns Fox. That's what Stars is. Stars is Fox.
You're right. I think South Park is Fox owned.
Yeah, because The Simpsons is there, so that's also.
Oh, you're right. So that's probably it. It's coming to Disney Plus, so that's practically yanked everywhere.
And one way to dominate, bro, just buy everything. It's like, if Disney was a person, they would be Batman. It's like, just throw money at it.
Did you hear about the like some satire website that got under Elon Musk's skin the other day?
Oh, when they talked about his Elden Ring bill.
Yes. And he got like all sappy, and then they just owned him so hard, and he got like all defensive and saying that they're not funny because they're woke or whatever, and then they like sent him this like official statement apologizing that they just owned him too hard on Twitter. Because I heard about it from Philip DeFranco, and he was like, good for you for standing your ground against Elon Musk, but we'll see in like 3 weeks' time when you've been bought by him.
He will legally buy you, and there's nothing you can do about it. He will lure you in with Teslas, and all of a sudden, car.
So the answer is that Paramount Plus got an exclusive streaming deal with South Park.
Oh,
Paramount Plus was also where you could watch Ink Master very briefly, but that's on Peacock now, I think. No, it was on Peacock. It moved over to Paramount. I don't know. It's so confusing.
Peacock was old NBC, I think.
Who?
Peacock was NBC.
Yes, yeah, that's the their logo is like a big peacock, but their streaming service is just called Peacock.
That's why not.
You're peacock. You're peacock. Sorry.
You're flexing. You can do that.
Katy Perry has ruined me for life.
You guys had me down so hard because I really wanted to talk about this new Pokemon trailer and the greatest invention of all time that was revealed in that trailer. Well, you watched it, you didn't even react to it, Lawrence.
What?
His name is Lechonk, and he is perfection. Let me see if I can.
I need to look this thing up.
Just give me a second. Let me see if I can. Oh, this is gonna look real bad. Oh, I guess we can just edit this part out.
They're gonna end this part out. Okay, hold on.
Cutie pie.
Anthony, you know what you need to get into?
Look at this dude.
What's it called? Lechonk.
Yeah.
Yes.
There he is.
Age. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Lech.
It's loading.
What do we have? Wait, okay, go images.
Yeah.
Lechonk.
Are you guys just Googling it? Because I have him here. Can you see him on stream?
Yeah, I can see. In the bed.
There he is. That is Lechonk.
Lechonk.
He is so cute. Yeah, he did. Like every PokeTuber and their mom has redrawn this thing, posted it, but that's because it is pure perfection. It is internet breaking worthy.
Look at that. No, I will call you Bacon and you will be mad.
He is the only Pokemon that you are legally not allowed to nickname.
What?
Because his name is so perfect. His name is already perfect. You telling me if this thing was named anything else and you called it, you wouldn't have named it Lechonk.
Dude, I just want to say, how long has this thing been out? Because the internet's already done it dirty.
A day. A day or two.
Yeah. I'm so okay. Then I've got Lechonk bean. I'm spit roasted. Yeah.
Oh.
You can't see.
Yeah.
And then so whoever started working in the Pokemon company the last year or two, they have fully decided to just become the memes. Because the other Pokemon they released is called Smoliv. And that just looks like a small olive.
A small olive?
Yeah. The screen sharing didn't... Well, can I show it? Did you guys feel like that worked?
It popped up. Yeah, go for it.
Look at the...
There it is, Smoliv.
You closed the other thing.
Oh, did I?
Wait, are those the starter Pokemon?
No.
You're not showing me. I don't see anything. Why am I not seeing anything?
Googling.
You're useless.
I don't think I spelled it correctly.
Looks like a Mimikyu.
How does it look like a Mimikyu?
Huh?
How does this look like a Mimikyu?
Something else popped up. Because we got a picture of a sad Smoliv, because for some reason our searches are all sad and depressing, so that's what we get. And I was like, oh, it's got Mimikyu eyes. Unless your eyes are fan art. Okay, never mind. That's a fire crocodile.
Yeah, there's Smoliv.
Yep.
There she is. It. The Pokemon.
Oh, Smoliv.
I love its little legs.
It would have been better if he was like a toothpick or something.
And then the starters are
A Farfetch'd is gonna like smash that thing, stick it in a martini, dude.
Yeah, I was just thinking, chicken mustard.
one of the Pokemon artists I watch or have on Instagram. Her name is The Lost Shaman. Definitely worth a follow if you like some Pokemon fan arts. She redrew Lechonk chasing Smoliv for the snacks. So these are the starters. That's
Right?
Sprigatito. I thought I did.
You didn't. Click on the picture.
You click on the picture.
You gotta let it load, then you can do that.
We'll do that.
Okay, so we got
Okay, so
Grass
we're on
Kitty.
Gameron's website here, just to give them credit. So there's the perfection that is.
This is like the design of these starter Pokemon work for Coco Melon.
So this here is the perfection known as Sprigatito and Fuecoco and Quaxley. And I am obviously in the correct camp because there's only one correct camp, and that is Sprigatito. And anyone else that disagrees can go jump in the fire that comes out of Fuecoco's mouth or ass, or however he puts it out.
I 100% agree with you that Sprigatito is awesome. However, I will change its name to Spliffin. Yeah, like a spliff kitten. Look at that thing. Oh, it's natural. It's from the
So one of the things that the Pokemon Company released a couple of days ago about Sprigatito is that when it needs its paws together, it releases a relaxing aroma. So I'm like, oh, so every anxious person in the universe has this cat in their house.
Yes.
Yeah. So those are the genuine starters and some of the Pokemans. I can't wait for this game. It is really good.
What is that game's name?
A stroke.
Leisure Suit Larry.
No, Link.
The original Pokemon game.
Wow.
Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, you get a lot of feel of Breath of the Wild with the exploring and things.
Like, have you even seen Legends Arceus? Like, that was the Breath of the Wild game. And it was good, man. It was a very good game. Like, that was a Pokemon game.
I saw the ratings was very positive, and you played it as well, didn't you?
Yes, it was awesome. Like, I put 150 hours into that game in like a week. It was good.
Basically my Skyrim.
Yeah, it was awesome. And like some of it like some of the things in like Legends Arceus is like, oh, okay, so there's hardly any battles in the game. It's all about catching Pokemon and researching them, like actually researching them. So it's like if you catch, let's say you catch a Bidoof, it's like, okay, go witness Bidoof use no, well, not quite that bad, no. It's like, see Bidoof use Water Gun 10 times. And then it will be like, see it use Water Gun 10 times, 25 times, 45 times. If you want to like absolutely perfect your Pokedex, you got to actually see it do that move 45 times. So that's a bit of a grind. But like, you don't have to do that. You only have to get to have like a completed Dex entry. If there's like a list of things like catch a Bidoof, evolve a Bidoof into, what does Bidoof evolve into? Babarrel. Babarrel, yeah. Feed Bidoof and see it use Water Gun, for instance. If those are your like your tasks that you have to do to fill its Dex, you have to do like 4 of them to the first level and maybe 1 or 2 of them to the second level. and then it will have a completed dex entry. And that's how you complete the game, is by catching all, I think it's like 250 Pokemon, and then
Basically,
completing the
doing
dex.
what everyone wants. See, like, like Legends Arceus like, wasn't like the traditional Pokemon game like we're all used to.
No, not even
But
close.
but it's honestly given us something like we always actually wanted to do, which is fuck around with Pokemon. Okay, gym battles is cool, but like I like doing like nothing in game.
Yeah.
Like Cyberpunk. Okay, Cyberpunk did an update which made everything better. Like the general mechanics, graphics are good. I'm just on a normal PS4. Like, so I'm back and playing Cyberpunk again. So I've put it's like 370 hours in Cyberpunk.
How that goes to wardrobe changes.
I do. Yeah, I like running around looking for random shit and building
370 hours gameplay in Steam, and then if you go into the game to break down, it's like 300 hours in menus.
Inventory management is important.
It's like
how much of that was paused? Like,
But that's what I was gonna say though. Like even like some of the stuff when you like first get a Pokemon like Pokedex entry, you're like, oh, I've got to feed this thing like 25 times or catch 25 of them. It sounds so tedious, but like it really isn't.
Yeah, it went faster than I thought.
It goes real quick, and like the really cool thing is obviously because you can see the Pokemon in the overworld, so there's no like running through the same patch of grass and the same fucking Pokemon spawns every time. And you're like, this patch of grass has a spawn table of 10 Pokemon, but every time it's a fucking Bidoof. I've caught like 20 Bidoof already. It's none of that shit. Like there's wide sprawling areas, and then like the more like natural habitat for those Pokemon is where you'll find them.
And you can see
See, like when I played Pokemon, it was mainly always on like an emulator on a PC. So I would use that flash save, okay, and run past a piece of grass and keep flash saving until it reaches spawn limit. So all I have to do is like just once, and then a Pokemon will spawn, and I just keep doing that until I get the one I wanted. I'm just like,
Oh no! You don't need to even. So the cool thing is like the Pokemon like act so like also like they would in their habitat. So you would, if like Drifloon for instance, the ghost Pokemon, they only come out at night. So if you're running through an area like there's the beginning area of the game, if you're running through it, it's like Bidoof and Shinx and Starlies. Yes,
assholes.
So okay. Well, I'll get to that in a second. So you'll be running through, and it's just like Bidoofs and Shinx and Starlies, and then if it goes into nighttime, some of those Pokemon go away, and they get replaced by like Drifloon, the ghost Pokemon. So if you want specific Pokemon, they show up in specific areas at specific times, which was really cool. And then some of them are also weather dependent. So like there are Ponytas in the area, but they don't come out if it's like overcast or raining. It has to be a sunny day for the Ponytas to come out.
Could you see the daft Ponyta?
Keel over and die. And then but so each Pokemon also has like a nature, like some of them are like timid of nature, and some of them are like neutral, and some are aggressive. So like the Starlies, if the Starlies see you, they run away, they fly away, and you can't catch them. And the Shinx are aggressive, but the Shinx aren't so bad. The Paris and Parasect, oh my god, such a tiny Pokemon with such a bad attitude, and they are annoying. You'll be like minding your own business, sneaking up on this like Pokemon that's a little bit skittish. Like one of the Dex entries I tried to fill was catch Bonsly, and the Bonsly only their spawn chance is like 2%, but because its spawn table is only it and Sudowoodo, if you run out of the area, go sleep till like the next night or the next morning, and you run back into the area, the spawn table repopulates, and then so you can do that. But if the Barnsley sees you, it runs away, and then you have to do it all over again. And I'm like minding my own business, sneaking up onto this Barnsley so it doesn't see me, so I can catch it. And all I hear is this. And I'm like, what the fuck? And it's this Paris, and it starts shooting fucking poison blobs at me, and it killed me. I was so pissed off, bro. I was like, this little piece of shit. Oh, it was very annoying.
You never thought you would have a Far Cry moment in a Pokemon game.
Yeah, because the Pokemon can attack you, the player, not just your Pokemon. Yeah. They can attack you, and they'll knock your ass out, man. It's very frustrating. But it's fun. It's fun. It very rarely does it get very annoying like that Paris. But the Paris, I don't know if they made a coding mistake. The coding mistake they did in Civilization 4, where they made Gandhi like ultra violent dictator. Because what they did in the game was his violence rating was set to 0 or something, and there's a thing in the game that if you make diplomatics like their hostility or their violence or aggression or whatever stat goes down, but because his was already in 0, it kicked back to the highest level, and he would just dominate the game. So they inadvertently made Gandhi like this like dictator. I think it was Civilization 4 the way they did that. Yeah.
That's a war game I'd like to play. Gandhi Rising.
The wrath of my pacifism.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. What's new in y'all's worlds?
Not much.
Getting into Warhammer.
Same. On leave for a while, back to work. God, I hate it so much.
Yeah, work.
Enjoy these moments, bro. Don't sleep. Like, you're not going to sleep.
Well, I slept today, but I felt a bit fluish. I had a bit of sinus fartles, so I slept today, but you know.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dude, that's what happened to me. Like the first week, I was broken, dude. I was broken before. Like I took leave, and then like, my body just gave up.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
I know that feeling.
Yeah, I had the same issue here.
Yeah, bro. Feel the toxicity leave you.
Yes.
Enjoy it.
I can. Oh. Anyway.
Best thing to do is literally go just lie on the floor, bro. Just go lie.
In a fetal position.
No, not even. Just go to your kitchen, okay, and just go starfish, okay. You will actually feel your back just align itself. Just give yourself into the linoleum, okay. Be one with the ground.
So where did you find yourself randomly counting the stuff in your cupboard every day? Just out of habit. You're yesterday I had 4 tins of things, and today I have 3, and then you spent the rest of the day figuring out why you only have 3 tins of stuff. And then it turns out it was a stock take error from a month ago. Nothing like that.
No, I was just expecting someone to shout at me randomly for no reason, but that can never happen.
Some deep cut stuff. All right, so I have a theory, right? I think I can solve world, not hatred, but I can definitely instill a much larger portion of tolerance within people with this method that I want to bring into legislation. Right? This is it. This is the start of our Bonfire debates. Political party, and our basis that we'll be running on is everybody by law has to work 2 years in retail. So instead of going to the army for 2 years and like learning how to tie your fucking shoes and make a bed like everyone else does, you work retail for 2 years. The first year we'll take it easy on you. You work on the sales floor, no problem. Second year, you work in returns.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And then we'll see how the rest of the population starts treating one another. Once we've all spent this time doing this, I guarantee you, the level of assholishness will be lower.
Dude, that's so true. My internet was giving me shit, right? Now I'm calling these guys, they haven't come out for a week then. And I'm calling these guys, and I'm pissed, but I can't find myself to scream at these people. Because I'm like, dude, I work in the same environment. I'm not going to scream at you. Just sort this shit out, please. I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
People in retail are the most tolerant, breed of human.
I don't think we're tolerant. I think we just realize we're going to get fired if we're not anymore.
Acceptance of our place.
Yeah. No.
You are in hell. This is your pendants. Yes.
Pendants.
Yeah, dude. We're NPCs and someone unlocked Karen mode.
Oh man. Ugh. Like just before I went on leave, I had 2 separate customers tell me that they don't understand why they need to wait for us to serve another person because they don't know those people. It's not people they know, so they don't care. And I'm like, how like inhumane could you be that you can't just wait 5 minutes? That's the other thing. Us as South Africans will tolerate a lot. Like, it can rain for like half an hour, and then for the next 2 weeks we won't have power and water. No problem. Nobody protests. But here I fucking wait 5 minutes in a queue for anything. And there's shits.
And everybody loses their minds.
Yes. It is why. Why are we like this?
This is so.
Yeah.
See, we people have this thing.
It's not TCP.
This concept of they are special. Everybody tells them they're special. Yeah, you're special as the next fucking idiot next to you.
Ugh. It's like, and the worst is like when you work in like an IT or like a mechanic's job or a doctor or electrician or plumber where it's like specialized knowledge. Yeah. And then the person wants to ask you, oh, but why does it work this way? It's like, dude, like, how long do you have for me to sit here and explain this to you? Like, just, I'm the specialist here. So it's like if you go to a doctor and he takes your heart rate and tests your blood, and then he looks at the information and goes, oh, yeah, you have X disease. Are you going to be like, okay, well, fucking prove it to me. Show me your 20-page thesis as to why I have this disease. No, because A, you won't understand the thesis because you're not a fucking scientist or a doctor. And B, it's not your job. It's his job. He got specialized. Now, granted, there are people that are bad.
Yeah, they got a cousin that's a doctor as well, and they know what goes on.
But it's the worst when you're dealing with someone that is intelligent because they think and they probably are smart enough to understand it. But the problem is it's not as short of an answer as they're expecting. They think it's like, well, it's A plus B and it equals Y and that's it. And it's like, no, it's not. It's like a question mark multiplied by an expectation. You know what I mean? It's like it's ethereal. You can't be like, you know.
Why did my computer stop working? I don't know. Maybe because you treat it like shit.
Right, because like Dale and I constantly say like if one of us were to buy like one of the bad brands of laptops, it's not. I guarantee you I'll be able to have one of those laptops for 3 years and not have any issues.
Yeah, but we know how to look at it.
But the big thing there is I understand the laptop's limitation. I'm not going to run Excel and Chrome and my emails on a laptop like that that's under 7,000 Rand.
After you I only do emails.
Yeah, and then you open up their browser and there's like 50 tabs open. You're like, okay, sure. Granted,
we have
16 of those tabs are all their emails, and I'm like, what are you doing? They're like, no, you need to find the mail later. It's called bookmarking. Like,
there was a client that came in, like they just bought a printer the day before.
oh yeah,
Okay. And he was like, this thing's not working. And there's a whole bunch of people ahead of him, but he's just making a bit of noise. I asked him, like, just take this thing, go there, just take a look at it. I said, okay, I'm going to book it in for you, and we're going to take a look at it. He was like, fine, and leaves. Okay. We turn the printer on. Do you know what it says? Select language. So
my favorite one is I had this lady, and she comes in with a big Canon laser printer, and she's like, I bought this thing like yesterday, and it just won't print, and I've owned so many printers before, and this thing is a piece of shit. I regret buying this piece of garbage, and it just won't work. I'm like, okay, ma'am, you can return it, but like I have to assess it. Like I can't just return it. We have to just have a look at it first. So I turn the printer on, and the same thing, it wants to be set up, but it won't go past the specific step. Like it won't initialize the toner. So take the toner out, look at the size of the toner, and there's this orange tab. Pull the orange tab out, which is the plastic inside the toner to stop it from working while it's in front of it. And I put the toner back in, and I hit the copy button, and it works. And then she goes, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, because, yeah, okay, I'm glad you're sorry. But she was so, like, rude and abusive and, like, saying, I don't want to pay the 15% handling fee. Why should I pay a 15% handling fee? Because you're, exactly. It's an idiot.
Sure. Like, with me, like, one of the worst things is, like, when someone comes in with a query, okay? But it's an aggressive query.
Yes.
So, yeah. So but like, you hear it, you think about it, and you're like, what is wrong with you? And you solve it in the quickest, most simplest, obvious way. And then like, well, then you should put that on an instruction manual and walk away.
That's on the instruction manual. Maybe you should have read it.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's ever read an instruction manual. I mean, I use it to start fires.
I mean, sometimes it's necessary. Like sometimes, especially when you're buying stuff, newer stuff like the Bluetooth headphones or those like universal remotes, you need to read the instruction manual. Otherwise, you'll never know how to set it up because the codes for the brand that you own is in the instruction manual. Like the process of doing it is simple. You need to know the codes, and the codes are in the instruction manual. Or like your car radio, if you replace your car's battery, your radio is going to ask for a security code. And that security code is only in your car's user manual. It is nowhere else.
Yeah, but I'm talking about simple things like select language.
Yeah, sure. I know. I like I said, there is some things that are just ID 10Ts as you
ID 10Ts.
Yeah, my favorite error code.
Yeah, error exists between keyboard and chair.
It's like, what does that mean? I'm on a stool.
Yeah, well, that's how people call you a piece of shit just now. Just
my favorite story.
The person who can't work the computer, or the one that's actually there for support.
My favorite story of all time though is this old lady, bought a laptop. It's like a week old and it won't turn on. So I'm looking at it, and dude, I was like maybe an IT technician for like 2 days at this point. I'm helping someone out on leave at Toti branch, and I look at this thing, and I plug it into power, and it comes on, and I'm like, man, did you charge the laptop? She goes, why would I have to charge it? I was like, because it's running on a battery. She goes, no, it's wireless. Yes, you're not wrong, but you have to charge it. And she's like, That's absolute bullshit. I've never heard of that before. I'm like, you've never heard of it? Oh,
Dude, I wouldn't be able to control myself at that moment.
I was like, okay, well, your laptop's working. She was like, I want a refund. I'm like, okay, I'll go call the manager. I was done.
Make it up for me.
It's like, okay, wireless means it does not need to charge. Okay, cool. I will remember that for the future.
Oh,
I was like, okay. All right. Well,
That's about it.
that's all she wrote. Thank you for
okay,
joining
guys,
us.
welcome to Bonfire Debates. 'Cause I don't think we did intro.
No, I did do an intro. Yeah, I did. It was quick. I was in the intro and I immediately jumped into the man's urethra exploding.
Yes.
That came right after the intro, which is why it was like a memory wipe. Instead of a white flash, it was red. Which, oh my god, people, watch The Boys. All right.
No, well,
You need to watch The Boys.
You already didn't like it. We'll give it a shot. Actually, yeah, we're gonna watch The Boys.
I sent you a photo.
All right.
Yeah, well, we'll
Oh, I sent it to Anthony. Just check.
try and finish DTM.
Anyway, thank you for joining us back at Bonfire Debates. We are trying to do this weekly, and we're going to have some other content up for y'all, maybe some reacts and short stories and lists of comic books and stuff. Yeah, cool shit on the way.
And it's-
We're
And
gonna
at
get
some
into
point-
the swing of things.
Yeah,
Yeah, or at some point we'll actually plan something.
yes.
We'll try it once.
We'll try and be actual YouTubers and have like a real,
Yeah.
like legit schedule and stuff. But thank you so
Right,
much.
do that.
And thank you for joining us.
To all the listeners, wait, no, but to all the listeners, okay, if we get to 100 subs,
Oh, yes.
we'll write a script and we'll do something.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so if we get 100 subscribers, we'll start. If we get 100 subscribers, we'll start actually planning stuff.
Yeah.
Although,
get
I'm
proper-
imagining that you're subscribing to our channel because you like the off-the-cuff randomness that we do. So, I don't know. Let us know. Tell us in the comments. Yes.
Wait till we see what we can try.
Tell us in the comments. Alright. Thank you for joining us again. We love you. Bye.